Welcome everyone. In this video, we will discuss about the cell discovery in which we will know how a cell was discovered, when and who discovered the cell. We will also discuss about the cell theory, its principle and who had contributed to the cell theory. So let's begin. In 1665, Robert Hooke, who was the English microscopist, is credited with coining the term cell. He examined a thin slice of dried cork under compound microscope, which was actually made by him. He was the first one to observe the dead cell. Hooke published a collection of essays under the title Micrographia. In one of his essays, he described cork as a honeycomb chamber or cells. Later in 1675, Anton van Leeuwenhoek, a Dutch microscopist, had succeeded greatly by improving and building microscopes. He was also known as father of the microscopy. Leeuwenhoek was the first to describe and observe the live cells. Leeuwenhoek was also first one to describe the sperm cells of humans, dogs, rabbits, frogs, fish and insects. He also observed the movement of blood cells of mammals, birds, amphibians and fish. When he was observing the blood cell's shape, he discovered that fish and amphibians have oval blood cells shape and contain nucleus, while humans and other mammals have round blood cell shape and do not contain nucleus. In 1838, Matthias Jakob Schleiden, a German botanist, used to study plant cells. He found that the cells were the units of structure in the plants. Later in 1839, Theodor Schwann, German zoologist, used to study animal cells and said that the cell is the basic unit of structure and function in animals. Later, in 1855, a new name came, Rudolf Virchow, German pathologist. He stated in Latin, omnis cellula e cellula, which means cell arise only from pre-existing cells. Virchow thus published his classical textbook Cellular Pathology. In it, he correctly asserted that the cells as the functional unit of life. If we talk about the cell theory, the main contribution was given by Theodor Schwann and Matthias Jakob Schleiden. They postulated that the cell is the basic unit of structure and function in all life. They describe cells as simple and basic. Later, the cell theory was to be extended and refined further and formed the modern cell theory, which is the contribution of Matthias Jakob Schleiden, Theodor Schwann, Rudolf Virchow. The three principles of modern cell theory are: first, all living organisms are made up of one or more cells. Second, a cell is the basic unit of life, of structural organization of organisms. Third, cells arise from pre-existing cells. So this three is the principle of modern cell theory.